This is YouTube Joseph WM Sci-Fi Summer episode 1. No, I mean season 1, episode 4. So we've we're in the late Permian period with Boyvigan and Grovigan, and they fast forward from the Ediacaran like 555 million years ago over they fast forward like about 303 million years to 252 million years ago, just before the Great Dying. They're like a week before the Siberian traps start erupting. So we have a week to go searching for stem mammals to bring back to the the present day 44th century. Anyway, they're in the forest of the Permian. They spot a gorgonopsid. Whoa, look at that creature. Luckily, they get away. They manage to escape. At this time, all the continents have by this time, all the continents have come together and been together for tens of millions of years in Pangea. They're in the center, they're in the center of Pangea, in the tropics, subtropics, I mean, what is today the Sahara Desert. It's very hot and dry and arid. It's very arid. It's hundreds or possibly they're thousands of miles away from the ocean. So there's far from the ocean as it would ever be possible at any geographically any time throughout Earth's history. They pick up this sample of Permian sand as a souvenir. Anyway, next. And then also, while they're in what is present, they've trekked to like, while they're in while they're in now present day Siberia, and there's just 3 days left before the Great Dying starts. There's already for months or years, possibly decades, there has been seismic activity in this area. They feel the ground shaking. There's huge earthquakes. Geysers are going off. And then also the ground is shaking a lot. Despite that, they continue their mission. So they see a Siberian Scutosaurus pass by and then also as they continue to they also encounter another Nostrancevia, a gorgonopsid. These were the first saber-toothed stem mammals in history. The Scutosaurus is too armored for the Nostrancevia to attack. It's fully grown one. It's well armored against the gorgonopsids. And then also moving on. Encounter a Paralystrosaurus, as well as Davinia prima, which is the ancestor humans from this time. Boyvigan and Grovigan, his own ancestors. They're going to save all these animals from the Great. Even though the Lystrosaurus and Davinia prima will survive, this is Lystrosaurus. Mariah, they have to do it fast. because now the volcano's about to erupt. It spews out lava. I mean, the Siberian traps the flood, but so it's beginning. The ground is shaking. There's toxic gas. With just hours left, hours before the eruption begins, toxic gases spew out the ground, and geysers. This is when the geysers really start going off. Seismic waves are traveling. Now finally, the lava burst through the surface. They better get out. Alright, here they are back in 4350. Hold on. Here's the animals in an open field. They've been let loose, and they're in a nature preserve, known actually as sanctuary, a futuristic sanctuary. They brought them back to the present. That's starting to alter. That could alter things in ways I can't predict. Neither could boy vagina, girl vagina. Alright, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and share, and subscribe. Share this video on any platform: Facebook, Twitter, now called X, TikTok, Instagram, Reddit, Snapchat, Discord, Dailymotion, it doesn't matter, Twitch, Facebook Messenger, whichever platform you want. But be sure to like, comment what you want to see next, and subscribe. Especially if you're one of the hundreds of people who watch my videos. You're watching this and you're not subscribed. If you're one of those hundreds of people, please do subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.